Hello everyone and welcome back to another weekly market update from Zylostar.
Global markets ended the week higher, supported by strong US tech earnings and resilient economic data. Oil remained volatile due to supply concerns, boosting energy stocks, while the US dollar gained ground.
Yes, tech stock had regained some of what it's lost this week. However, we saw it reach into exactly the target I've been highlighting for you guys for 2 months already, approximately. And we also saw that interest rates were not changed, also exactly as I've been telling you guys for like a month and a half. Let's see how that's looking on charts. Alright everyone, here we are kicking off our weekly market outlook, starting with Nasdaq. Speaking of what happened, Nasdaq has reached the optimal target I've been highlighting for you guys for almost 2 months by now, which is 27,000. It couldn't have been more precise than this. Alright, congratulations for those who had believed and shorted. Of course, nothing is a financial advice, it's all just for educational purposes. Now, speaking of this retracement, it actually came back all the way up to this resistance, post a lot of positive earning reports from multiple companies, speaking of Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. And I had given you guys a comparison about, between SpaceX and Amazon and about their market capitalization and earning expectations and so on and so on, if you remember, for those who follow us and watch videos every week. So going to SpaceX, we can see that SpaceX now, exactly as I had anticipated for you guys, but it only happened slightly before the earnings come out, which shall be coming in few days in the 4th of August this week. But we saw a huge crash from the peak it had reached, which is 225, considering that it started around 150 and now it's about 108. And this is because of what I had been speaking to you guys about for about 2 months. Yeah, so this is SpaceX. Now, Nasdaq, we can see technically there's a big long wicked doji on both sides that is hovering in the middle of this ended downtrend, I'm going to say. But because of candle formations in this area, I'm going to consider this movement to the downside as more of an impulsive movement, even though it should have happened, and it did happen. But now the price is in the middle of a downtrend, stuck between this resistance and this support. We can see the price is almost at the middle of everywhere. So we can anticipate with this impulsive movement to the outside because of the escalated geopolitical situations, means we might see investors again buying more oil, and oil is getting volatile, might give more strength to the dollar, and might also boost ultimately US related tech stocks, because many tech related stocks or AI related stocks gave really good positive earnings. You could see that Amazon spiked with that positive earning reports. Going to Microsoft, also the same thing happened. And due to the ongoing situation, some investors are actually hesitant about buying Nasdaq nowadays, and we could see there was a decent downfall for Apple stock even post good earning reports. Now, that is about Nasdaq. Be careful with your trades. An entry now is not optimal at all. We need better confirmations to predict market movements. Be careful trading Nasdaq. Now, going to gold. Gold actually, even though the geopolitical situation escalated a little bit, oil prices got more volatile. However, we didn't see gold crashing. And as I had highlighted for you guys like a month and a half ago, when we had certain data published by the US government, I told you that there is a very high possibility that the interest rates are not going to be hiked, and they're going to keep it the same as is by the end of July. And this is exactly what happened. And because that is there, and the geopolitical situations are escalating, the price of gold is still consolidating between this support and this resistance. So the same informations as I had spoken in the previous week remain on gold, or the same outlook rather say, which is we need a breakout for confirmation to know where this asset shall be going. But we can see that the consolidation is narrowing. It is forming some sort of symmetrical triangle within the range itself. Not this drawn symmetrical triangle, I would more of highlight it like that, symmetrical triangle. All right. Yeah, as you guys are familiar, the charts are a conclusion of our research team, not personally made. All right, so speaking of that, still we do have a slight of bullish sentiment upon gold if the geopolitical situation does not, for some reason, blow up very negatively. So this is about gold. Going to euro, also the same as been highlighted. We were more bullish on it, and we've been actually anticipating for the price to fill this AVG and move above this resistance since perhaps June or early July. Speaking of the outlook of what we anticipate on EURUSD, most likely this asset is to be volatile. You gotta be very cautious on a longer term trade, like a swing trading if you're a swap trader or something. If you are a scalper, then we 100% will find opportunities. If you're a day trader, then be cautious, because the price right now, post filling this FVG, we can see that it had created a wick, retraced into this support, and there's a wick also on the other side of this little movement here. We can see that the price, even though it broke above this trend line with strong green candles, if the geopolitical situation escalates even further in the Middle East, we shall see a demand on the USD in order for investors and corporations to buy more oil, and we can anticipate EURUSD actually move into the downside, retrace into this support, or possibly with a little possibility to trace a deeper retracement, fill in this FVG. If not, then we can look for in this range here for a long entry on EURUSD, targeting this resistance. And yeah, we are still bullish on EURUSD unless the situation escalates. We might see volatility to come, so bear in mind that and be cautious trading it. Now going to Bitcoin. Now we can see Bitcoin moving in a little bit of a downtrend. Actually, the price right now is in the middle of a big range, I would say, which is 67,000 as our strong resistance and approximately 60,500 as in support. But we can anticipate a continuation to the downside where Bitcoin falls to this support, possibly taking liquidity from it, going to 60,500s. Right, so that's about Bitcoin. An entry, though, must be at a very, very good price, and possibly not to hold it for a swing trade, I would say, unless if it retraces back to this trend line and this resistance overall. Perhaps you could short there, not as a financial advice, of course, but because when volatility increases in financial markets, we can see crypto facing the worst of what may happen to different assets. Also, actually, Coinbase got stock fall down. Now, this is about Bitcoin. We can go to Nifty 50, and also Nifty 50 is moving direction of ours. It is consolidating, creating that ascending triangle as I highlighted for you guys in the previous week, and we can anticipate a slight retracement and a continuation to the upside upon Nifty 50. That will be it for this week. And if you guys like to know more about a certain stock or an asset, feel free to leave it in the comment. Beautiful week, beautiful trading. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, and we'll see you in an upcoming one.